Oh Lord. Hey, happy Tuesday. Give me a second. Let me get live everywhere. All right, there we go. All right, happy Tuesday, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all come on in. We're gonna get started on today's topic. Today's topic is gonna be if you're a woman like me and you've got some delusional dreams, you have a business and you're like, girl, I feel a little delulu sometimes. Sometimes my dreams feel so big. I want to talk about that energy because girl, she is me. Okay, friend, she is me, girl. She is me. So welcome in. Happy Tuesday, girl. We're gonna get into this topic today because she is me, girl. My dreams feel so good and so big. So I want to talk. Is that like really weird delusional energy? Or should you really be trying to have caution? I don't do well with caution. So welcome in. Hey. Introduce yourself down in the comments, especially if you're new to the show. But if you've been here, I'm just telling you a little bit about today's topic, which we're going to be talking. If you're a girl like me, you got big delusional dreams. Y'all know I always talk about having this big dream of speaking on the stage in Australia in front of like 20,000 people. Yep. So I want to talk about it and introduce yourself in the comments too. Tell us about your business, where you live. And we're gonna get into it because I want to know what you think, honey. I want to know what you think. Okay, so let's get into it today, y'all. Welcome in. Y'all know we're here every weekday at 11 a.m. Central and noon for the East Coast girls. Coco says, good morning. She says, lady, being consistent. Yes, ma'am. That was the reason why I shared, and I shared this in the podcast too, about why I even started doing the show. I was like, bruh, I gotta hold myself accountable for my own consistency now. I can't just be having a business and sliding in and out with my audience now. I was like, I gotta get it together. Okay, let's get into it. Now, I'm a dreamer. Okay. I'm delusional about this business stuff. Y'all should have known that when I went and got this tattoo on me. When you have these big dreams in your life, you have these big dreams for yourself. You're like, God, I'm special. Like, I know all the other entrepreneurs think they're special, but I'm really the special one. Is that something that you truly run with? Or do you probably need to feel more grounded? What do you think? I want to talk about this today because I was planning out my summer and I was like, oh girl, going after it, ain't it? It is. All right, we got Antoine in the building. Introduce yourself, especially if you're new to the show, because we want to know about what type of business you have. So Antoinette says, hey, Antoinette in Tennessee, currently consulting in the early childhood space, but big dreaming to consult full time and present on a national platform. Yes, ma'am. I'm so here for that. So you like me, you're like, I'm doing this now, but in some years, I'm gonna be doing that. Okay. I love that. Now, y'all know, especially for the ladies inside the Conquer Club, we normalize these big dreams. And I always be hesitant to use the word realistic because who am I to put limits? But we do got to think about what path we're going to walk. Okay. All right. So let me ask you a question. Y'all know I got a couple of questions for you, okay? Because I think about this for myself and I also see this in some of the ladies that I talk to. The dream's humongous. The path to get there is like, haven't thought about that. Okay. So I guess we'll start with this one. Okay. Your dream for your business, your big thing. Like Antoinette just said, she wants to go full time and do this on a national level. Does it feel out of reach for you or does it feel perfect? What do you think? Your big dream that you're working on, does it sometimes feel out of reach or does it feel perfect? You like, baby, I'm the chosen one. My big dream is on point for me. Or you're like, I don't know, sometimes I don't think I can achieve this. Thank you, Coco. I appreciate you for tagging people, girl. Your big dream, your big dream. I know we'll get into some comments, but I wanted to do this because I don't want, if you're a big dreamer like me, I don't want us subscribing to narratives that limit us. Kia says, hey, everyone. Hey, girl. Welcome in. We're talking about our big delusional dreams, right? So, for the girls that are big dreamers, you love your business, you love what you do, you got some big next level stuff planned that honestly, sometimes you feel like you can't even talk to people about it because it's so big for you. I want to talk about us getting, I don't want to say getting comfortable with that space. Like I can just tell you all the answers because, girl, I don't know. But I want to talk about how sometimes it can present a little discomfort, but sometimes this might be the thing to keep you going. Antoinette says, a smidge out of reach, lol, only because the twins are still young, but I submitted a proposal to present at a national conference. So that's the first step. I love it. I love it. And I think that might also be the differentiator too, right? When you talk about having like big delusional business dreams and stuff like that, I say that as a wordplay to kind of give it a little sauce. But I think that there is a big difference between being delusional about your business and then being a visionary. So I feel like the delusion is when you feel like the dream is enough. Being connected to the right people. Oh, that's enough. My homeboy worked with them and I met them one time and he said he put like that's delusion to me. So it's believing like the massive effort isn't required. But if you got them same big dreams now and you putting in that work, we gonna label you a visionary. You ain't the Lulu no more, okay? Hey, Rion, she says good morning, y'all. She said good morning. Good morning, girl. Yeah. So we're talking about having big dreams as a business owner, as a woman. You're working for the long-term goal, and it feels big, it feels rich, it feels like that ultimate or height season of clarity, of family, of finances, whatever. I don't know, whatever it looks like for you. I know what my big mountain peak looks like. So we're just talking about that today. And we're just talking about the difference between kind of being delusional in that, which this is kind of what I think of it. I think you're delulu when you talk about it, 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 talk about it. And there's no massive effort backing up that massive idea. But I think you turn into a visionary when that work ethic start matching those big dreams. But sometimes it's cause easy to get caught in the Lulu land. Got ideas on ideas on ideas on ideas. I get it though. I get it. I get it. I truly do get it though. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. So I guess now If you think about your big dreams, and this is just more reflective for each of us, right? For us to think as we're going on this journey, doing all of these amazing things, right? And this is just me and you. So if no one judged you, like what's the scariest, exciting milestone you think you'd conquer? Mm. I, sometimes too, we be hesitant about sharing our big dreams and stuff out loud. So I get it. You can DM it to me. Coco says, I'm trying to walk by faith. Being uncomfortable is needed at this stage in my life, but I wholeheartedly believe that God will continue to bless my steps because my plans are to help a lot of people. But yes, my dreams are far fetched if bad influencers can become famous. So, mm. Coco says, my dreams are far fetched. Oh, girl. I'm trying to walk by faith. Having a business I think it's a huge faith walk. I think so. So this is more reflective for you here. If no one judged you, like what's the most scary, exciting milestone that you conquer? Someone was asking me about going live, and I was like, what will work for you? I think it's so good for us to have a conversation and saying, man, what's going to work for me? What's for me? If I didn't have nobody judging me, what would I do? What would I try? If I wasn't afraid of somebody like trolling me, what would I do? What would I try? How would I lean in the name of my big delusional dream that I know is going to happen for me? Like, what steps would I take? How would I move? How would I wake up in the morning? How would I think? What type of friends would I choose? What type of habits would I have? Sometimes, like I said, I feel like the difference between being real Delulu and being a visionary is you understanding that sacrifice that has to happen every single day. So if we just have the ideas, if we just talk about it, if we the smartest one in our little friend group and they be making us feel good because we know how to do that little entrepreneur fast talk that people do when they don't really have no motion. Y'all know that's not us, but we don't. That's the Lulu to me because there's no effort. But when Oprah and Tyler Perry started building up all that stuff and it was far fetched, you was like, hey, it might have sounded Delulu before, but the effort and work here doesn't make it delusional because this thing is happening. The massive effort is what turns that delusional dream into you being a true visionary. Bay says some of his big dream is doing a massive conference gig for an arena. I love it. I see it for you. I see us. I'm gonna be backstage. Hey, I'm with the DJ. I love it. I love the big dreams. I love us seeing ourselves in those spots. Rion says the podcast is very scary for me and not having a set time to do it every day. I'm so glad that you say that because we talked about this in the show the other day. The idea of introducing something new to your routine. And we talk about this a lot inside the Conquer Club because the ladies know I'll ask them, like, what can you do long term? So the podcast, Rion, I don't know what that's gonna look like for you. But is it an everyday podcast? Is it a twice a week podcast? Is it a once a month podcast? And then you're going into adding braids to your services after just now learning. You just learned how to braid and now you're gonna be adding braids to your services. So what's overall gonna be sustainable? That's what I would ask. Like, what's gonna overall be sustainable for your life? What could you do, man, a year from now? And my crazy self decided to start doing it live every day. But I love this conversation. I love the idea of big dreams. I love the idea of having them. But I also love the conversation where we must talk about the massive effort that's required, the massive sacrifice that's going to be required. And if it's just talk, 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 then friend, we might have to call the lady. It might be Team Delulu, friend. So I'm asking you, if no one judged you, right? If nobody said, "Well, that's stupid, you couldn't do that." Like if nobody judged you, what is the scariest thing? And it'll be scary exciting that you conquer. What would you do? And you can maybe just reflect on this and think about this for yourself. I mean, this ain't no classroom. Shoot, I'm thinking about it for myself, which I know what those things would be for me. But saying them out loud is like, "Ooh, child." Cause sometimes I don't like for me sometimes, and I done had to really work through this. Sometimes I say, "Girl, who you think you is now, girl?" I be like, "Hey, huh, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it." You gotta know how to that voice come in. You gotta be like, baby, won't do that. Okay. So, okay, maybe this is just a more reflective show today. What's something that you've done that shows you proof that you're on your way? Because a lot of us, sometimes I know for me, I'll run fast and not really honor how far I've come. Allison says, "Hello, all. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Happy Tuesday. Welcome in." Coco says Oprah consistently puts herself in rooms with racist individuals. She was the oddball, but had major media coverage because of her bravery to address social issues. She continued to thrive in that space, but it took confidence, which is what I'm lacking. Thank you for being brave and saying it out loud, friend. Y'all know how I feel about the confidence piece. I feel like it is an overlooked, easy, fakeable part of what's required for us to be great. It is an easy part to fake, especially if you're a woman and got a business, and especially if you're cute. It's very easy to fake or gloss over that part of our business when we're building a foundation, when really it is a big part of the puzzle. Humongous. Rion says, "Baby, people is going to judge you regardless." These are the facts. These are facts. She says, "I think you just have to be confident in your idea." Yep. Y'all were saying the same thing at the same time. That's true. Being, and I'm going to say being confident in your idea, but I think also what we can add to that, Rion, is believing in it. Like believing in it on another level. Like when you really believe like you're good at something, it just hit different. But will our lack of confidence will rock our belief system because, like I just said, what I say, girl, who you think you is? Well, the other girls that do that, they look like this, or your lack of confidence will rock your belief system. She says, so you have to be Delulu for a little bit, but it will all work out if you keep practicing and promoting. I think that I definitely hear what you're saying when you say you have to be Delulu for a little bit because you do have to see it before you see it. I think that, and you tell me what you think about it. I think there's a certain part of the journey where that like fake it till you make it is gonna be like, all right, gotcha. Now you gotta do this for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like while you're faking it till you make it, I hope you still going to therapy every week because the game finna ask you to show you if you're real or not. Okay. But I do feel you. You do have to see it before you see it. And again, y'all, welcome in if you're popping in. Our topic for today is about having big delusional business dreams. Baby, we are so here for it. Y'all know in the Conquer Club, we love big dreams. All of the women inside the Conquer Club have big dreams. We don't like little small, my last $2, I'll take what I can get, out the back of the car type of dreams. I mean, if that's what you want, cool, but we allow space for us to talk like that. So I actually want you to hear more about the Conquer Club, because if you're listening to this and you can relate to it, it's a space where we actually get together every Tuesday. You build your dream. There are a lot of roadmaps for you to get organized, build your own community, and build your confidence too.
Me, the Conquer Club is a sisterhood. I didn't know a lot of these ladies. I have truly made connections, real friendships, bonds. I've cried with these ladies. It elevated my business so much, just putting a foot on the gas and stomping on necks, like literally. I'm really proud to be a part of this space, and I think this is what entrepreneurs need.
Yes, yes, yes. So you can go to jointheconquerclub.com. We are looking for new members for 2025. So Rion says, yeah, you have to be serious about your business and become strategic. Popularity and personality only going to take you so far. That's an interesting topic. Now that you mentioned it too, the idea of having popularity and personality only taking you so far, because I hear people challenge that perspective with socials. But when we think about longevity and having roots and foundation, people say it's not enough. It's not enough to just have the popularity, because it's just temporary. So, okay. Allison says, for me, is my little thing I have been conquering, even right now, today, is anxiety and depression, especially when I'm in a space where my finances are meeting a need. But I'm here, so I'm conquering going when I just want to sleep. Oh, we are sending love to you, girl. We know how I feel. We know how I feel. We know how I feel. We know how it feel, girl. And Allison, I want to share that this is also interesting that you say that. I just love being here with y'all laugh so much. It's interesting I hear you say that, because that's the type of stuff that sometimes you may have a season of a little depression, baby. You know what I'm saying? That thing come take you over and you'll be like, no, wait a minute now. Like, wait a minute. And it'll come in the middle of you building that big thing. But we're sending our love to you, girl. I don't want to tell you what to do, because I ain't no mental health professional, girl. I'm a mental health patient, not mental health professional. Okay. Um, but I do understand what it's like to be chasing after your thing, and your mental health is also in the mix. So we sending you love to baby conquer that, baby. For real. So y'all, okay. That's it. That is it for today's show. Today was short, sweet, reflective. I am exhausted. I am truly exhausted. I am gearing up for a thank you so much, Allison. I had an amazing weekend with the fam. I'm gearing up for guest coaching that I have to do this Thursday night. Also transitioning to some big stuff for the summer that I'm working on. And friend is tired today. So hopefully this was reflective for you to just have permission to have those big things, but also give yourself permission to make the sacrifice that's required. We'll be back tomorrow with the show. We'll be inside Conquer Club tonight. Inside Conquer Club tonight, we're doing a hot seat. So we have a couple of brave ladies that have stepped up to the plate, and I'm actually going to coach them in the safety of our community and group. It's going to be fun. Everybody's going to be able to take a tidbit, and the ladies who stepped up are going to be able to have massive momentum with what they're going to learn tonight. And then Thursday night, I'll be guest coaching inside the Operation Hope Entrepreneurship Training Program cohort that I've been a part of. So that's going to be super cool. Some great exposure for what we're doing inside Conquer, what we believe in. These ladies here, they are absolutely amazing. They love the idea of going after their dreams with a big girl draws on, honey. They go by the network. They're extremely consistent with their businesses. They're getting organized behind the scenes. So I'm leading them through that. So it's exciting. So we'll be inside Conquer Club tonight with the hot seat. We'll be back on the show tomorrow. We'll be bringing some new people into our community Thursday night when I partner with Operation Hope. And that's it, girl. As you continue your day in your week, I'll be here for you. Coco says, good luck. Of course. Thank you for the daily motivation. Girl, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll be here every weekday at 11 a.m. Central, which is noon for the East Coast girls. If you have ideas, if you have a conquer confession, girl, DM it to me. And y'all already know the vibes. When y'all wake up tomorrow, make sure y'all conquer something. And I'll see you on tomorrow's show. Bye, girl. I hope you have a good Tuesday.